All right, we should be live here soon. There we are. We are live. I want to test out the sound real quick. Yep, sound sounds good. Welcome, 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 everybody. Okay, we're going to get started here in just a moment. I suppose what I should do is share my screen. I'm going to share my entire screen, and it's going to be that one there. Cool. Everybody should be able to see this. And for those who want to join in, copy. Join in live. All right, I'm gonna let that run. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Welcome. All right, so we got Tim. Oh, Tim and Kevin jumping in. All right, so Tim, I'm adding him to stage, and I'm adding Kevin to stage. Good morning, everybody.
How's it going?
I'm doing good.
Hey
Tim, is
there.
your camera working?
Yeah, no, my mic
No.
is. My mic's working,
I
isn't
mean, I
it?
got that much figured out. Jeez. Oh, we got a lot to. We got a lot to share today. It's gonna be a lot to share. Okay, cool. So, I'm gonna end the broadcast about 20 minutes early. Just ASA, just FYI. I've got an exhibition coming up Um, it's a group show that I'm in. I'll share it with you guys. I'll share what I'm going to be showing. Let me go to my. There we go. Let's go to this little thing here. I'll show you guys. So I'm in a group show, and I'm not sure I'll tell you exactly what it. I'll get the invitation up and promotional images, and I want to go over here to fine art. Okay, cool. There we go. All right. So this show. It's a jewelry exhibition here in Oceanside at 2020 Gallery, and I've got the actual frame pieces up. So if anybody is near in San Diego, as well as near Oceanside or Carlsbad or Camp Pendleton or Orange County, you can make the show. It's from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. It's the artist reception. I will be there in person. I will be there in person. Okay, so it's today. The show goes from October 18th through the January 17th, but the artist reception is today, the 25th, 1 to 4 p.m. 2020 Gallery, Vista Way. So 3767 Vista Way. Yeah, come if you're in the area, come and attend. Here are the artists. Sherry Anderson, Paul Anderson, there must be a husband and wife team. Stephen Burns, me, Randall Cornish, Carrie Duquette, Don Fike, Heidi Gothru, Paul Lawrence, Lori McLean, Mary Brenda McQueen, Susan Newland, Robert Pendleton, who owns the gallery, the Pendleton Gallery, was because of 2020. Cheryl Price, Ken Quigley, Carmen Saunders, Larry Vogel, and James Woodward. So it's been to the gallery already. It looks really nice. And different type of a gallery. Hoping to get a good reception. I've kind of promoted it. I'll show you the pieces I'm going to be showing in the gallery. And let me go grab them real quick. They're actually in the same folder. So I suppose I can show you one by one instead of the whole group. So this is one of them here. That one's in the show. And I'll share another that is in the show. Let's go grab that real quick here.
Is this Photoshop stuff or physical media do you work in? Or?
This is digital art. It's Photoshop. So the first two is through Photoshop. The second two is all Blender. And then the second one is all Blender. The next one is all Blender. Oops, I lost my image there. Let me go grab it real fast. Where did it go? There she is. So this one is all Blender. This is a large piece. I think it's like 36 inches long.
Cool.
So that is at the show. So if you can make it, I would love to see you there.
I'm on the other coast, or I'd stop by.
Oh man, you can just beam on over.
Same here.
As soon as they invent teleportation,
I know.
I'm in.
That'd be nice. That would make the world truly very, very tiny.
It's tiny already.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you did that a couple years ago, didn't you? That sculpture there.
That was a couple years ago. Yes.
Yeah, that was nice.
Thank you. So I'm looking forward to that. Well, okay, let's split up the time here. Obviously, I'm not going to have a whole lot of time to do what I want to do, so I'm going to. Okay, I tell you what. since Tim rarely gets on here, let's have Tim go first.
I don't really have anything. I'm just here to keep everybody honest.
Oh, fine. Then that makes it a lot easier then. Tim and I. We can always use hecklers.
Yeah. And I got to leave early too, so.
Okay. All right. So, Kevin, you want to share your screen?
Yeah, it's not much today. It's really quick.
Okay, that's fine. That'll
It's
be
just
perfect.
an add-on. Yeah, let me share my screen here.
All right. Share your screen. When I see it pop up here, I'll stop sharing my screen. I've got a cool tutorial I'm going to show everybody today. It's going to be a Mobius donut, a Mobius torus. This Mobius torus is currently textured with water. However, if I get out of my texturing mode here, go to solid, this is actually rotating. It's a true Mobius torus.
Cool.
So I'll show everybody how I just made this up just a few minutes ago.
Cool. I like organic stuff.
Yeah. So, okay, good. Your screen's being shared. I'm going to remove mine and go ahead and add you to stage. And Kevin, okay, take it away.
All right. It's nothing spectacular this week. I just came across an add-on that I like. I like things that help with my workflows for creating organic, shapes or things like that. And one of the things I've come across, I think I got it on Blender Market for free. It's called differential growth. So it's an add-on, and once you go into your preferences and add it, it'll be under the objects, the object properties, and it'll show up as differential growth, and it has its own menu. So generally, I'll just show you what it does. So it's best to start off with a flat object. So I'm going to start off with a mesh circle. Tab into edit mode. I'm going to hit select all these points, F to fill it. And then I want to poke faces so that I get a single point in the center of that. So now I don't want the center one selected. I want to add a vertex group just to the outside ring of points. So they're all selected. I made a new group and I'll hit assign. So what you get is what it looks like this. So all of the full weight of one is red and it blends down to that second point, which is blue, which is 0 weight. Okay, so here's what the plugin does. Whoops, pop that open again. I'll just leave it at its default settings. Let me click on the wireframe view just to show you what it's doing. So the points that have the single one, a value of 1, are what's being affected here. So just using the default setups, there's a button at the very bottom of the differential growth panel. And if I just click on it a whole bunch of times, you start getting really funky organic shapes. And then, of course, you can add a solidified to this and give it a little bit of thickness, and then hit a subdivision surface on top of that. So you can end up with, something really funky like this. Now, if you, what I suggest is to go into your Blender settings and in your preferences is to up your undo levels pretty high because the differential growth thing, you know, you have to click on this button each time to get it to grow a step. So if you want to, you know, undo, right now I'm just holding the undo button to go back, back to the beginning here. So there's a whole bunch of parameters. I'm not going to go through all of it, but if you change some things, you know, each time I click it, it expands the size a little bit. Well, you can, you know, have that step size be growing larger steps instead of smaller steps, you know, if you want. And there's other things that, be honest, I haven't dived into every setting yet, but I was just following some other tutorial that I saw on this. So I'm just going to make a couple of small changes to this. See if I can remember what I did. So you can get some weird kind of growth things that look like, you know, I don't know, some weird settings. Or if you set the Z direction higher, it'll start to grow, you know, up in that direction a little bit more. And you can set your step sizes to go higher. So you can get some really weird kind of shapes and things. Anyway, it takes a lot of experimenting to kind of get what you need. And you can start with different base shapes. It doesn't have to be a flat circle. It can be, you know, a square with, you know, just enough points. You need enough points for it to kind of grow from. But that's basically what I wanted to show.
So you can probably add displacement maps to that, right?
It's just an object that it's creating. Yeah. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can definitely displace it at any point in the chain. You get some funky things going here.
Cool.
Yeah.
You got to subdivide that more, though.
Yeah, like I said, there's, you know, the different settings will create more geometry. You can really lock up your computer if you're not careful with the settings because it can subdivide each growth thing with a lot of polygons or with fewer polygons.
Did you bring us the link to so that we can give it to our guests so they can download this?
Yeah, I'll go find it when I jump off.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's really all I wanted to show this time.
All right. All right. Very, very cool.
Nothing too exciting.
I love it. Okay, no, this is good. Yeah. So find the link and
Yep.
I will put it into the chat box or in
Yeah, that was neat.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks. Yeah, usually I have some animations to show. Get to work on much of anything this time. I showed my jack-o'-lantern last time, my talking jack-o'-lantern. So
right.
My Halloween thing. So
let's see. When is next Halloween is coming up? So that's coming up.
I think it's in like a week.
Yeah, about a week. So next Friday. Next Friday. Time's flying, and then it's Christmas.
Yep. Yeah.
Very, very interesting. I love it. Okay, so I definitely want to get my hands on this plugin as well. Okay, so what I will do is I will stop sharing your screen, which you already did. I'm going to add mine, and we're going to do something kind of interesting. I was just goofing around one day, basically, and
Isn't that what you usually do?
yeah, pretty much. I got to stop that goofing around. We go to my timeline. Now I'm using the 5.0 version. There's a couple of things I want to show you guys. So this is 5.0 beta. So if you guys are not aware, beta is out for you guys to grab. So it should go LTS. Let me go to Blender. There we go. It should go to LTS or learn or long-term support. But you can download the beta right now. And I think I just downloaded this version of the beta about early this morning. Let me see if there's any new updates from now. Okay, so there's 5.0 beta. Yeah, I do have the latest one, which is August 25th. I just downloaded this one this morning. And they've got both the ARM and the x64.
I always
So,
wait.
well, beta, I don't mind testing and playing around with it, getting a jump start. It's the alpha that I won't touch.
Mm.
Yeah, and then betas when they're releasing every day. Like there's a new beta every day, sometimes several times a day. So you have to kind of keep your eyes on this.
Mm-hmm.
The 4.4, which is actually not when you download 4.4 or 4.5 now, you're getting 4.5.3, but they have a 4.5.4 here ready for you to that is actually a release candidate. So just be aware of that. Okay. Um, I'm using 5.0 version, and I'm going to kind of show you what I was goofing around with. I've never seen a tutorial on it. This is just something I made up myself. I'm going to go ahead and go to File menu, New, go to General, and start fresh, nice and fresh. And what we're going to do is I'm going to bring in a cylinder, and we're going to make a Mobius torus, but it's all going to be from a cylinder. So Shift A, Mesh, go to my cylinder. Down here, my cylinder properties, I only want about 8 sides. There, so I've got 8 sides here. All right, so let's go have some fun. So we're going to go here and go inside edit mode right away. So tab key, edit mode. I'm going to grab my bottom face here, hit the N key for numerics to get my little side panel to pop out for the left side vertical menu. And I'm going to come up here to the item view and tell that bottom face to be on the 0 axis for Z. And it will pop it right there. Just give me a nice little easy reference point. I'm going to select the top and I'm going to just slide it on up. Just make it about like that big. I'm eyeing it, by the way. Hitting the M key to make the side panel go away. I don't need this bottom one anymore. Slide it on up like so. Okay, so from here, I'm going to just bring it up a little more like that. Okay, that works. Okay, so we're going to go have some fun here. I'm going to grab the sides, go to my, get out of X-ray mode, grab one side, shift, skip, and select the next one. I wanted to repeat that selection by skipping one. So Control and Shift held down together, and plus, and it repeats my skipping over one space. All right, now what I want to do from here is extrude these on out. So Alt or Option E, it gives my menu additional extrude options. From here, extrude faces along normals and bring it out like this. That's good enough. All right, I'm gonna go to X-ray mode, grab that top face, Shift, grab the bottom face, and I'm gonna get rid of them. So X key on the keyboard and delete those faces so they're completely open. Okay, go get out of X-ray mode to go back. What I want to do is I like to get some perfect little squares in here. So Command or go to Control R, and I'm gonna slice it up until I see the faces are a perfect square. That looks good. Click in there. There it is, like this. Okay. So I've got it nice and sliced up. All right, we're done. We're done with the modeling. Heck, I guess we could make a skyscraper out of this if we wanted to. So from here, let's get out of here, go back to object mode. There's my object. Now I'm going to add some modifiers to this. This is going to be fun. So this is where I was sitting here thinking, how can I make a Mobius strip? It's like basically if I'm in edit mode, how do I twist this thing around? And not only do I want to make a Mobius strip, I want to make a twisted Mobius. I want to be, well, this is what a Mobius strip is. It's twisted. So Mobius strip from this cylinder shape. So I want to rotate the top 360 degrees, but I want the rest of the body to follow along with it. All right, so go to object mode, and I'm going to go here to the modifier tab. I want a deformer. So go to my add modifier, deform, and I want the simple deform. Keep it simple, stupid, all right? Keep it simple. So simple deform, select it. By default, it's giving you a twist, right? I don't want a twist. I do want a twist. I want a twist, but not on the x-axis and not on the y-axis, but on the z-axis. So if I twist this up, see? I can make licorice sticks if I wanted to be licorice sticks. So again, I want that top axis to be 360 degrees. So select the angle, 360, and enter. So already you should be thinking, okay, so this is how I can create a drill bit, right? And that will be correct. You'll make a drill bit this way. All right, so now that I've got the twist that I want, I have the Mobius twist set. Now I want to turn it into a torus. So I'm going to add in. So I was kind of like sitting around thinking, okay, how the hell am I going to do this? So I figured, well, add another simple deform on top of it. So now I go hit the add modifier again, go to my deform, simple deform. We don't want twist this time. Now we want bend. Right? And I can bend on a Y direction if I want to. Maybe we'll do the Y direction. And we want, what's the degrees? 360. A complete circle. There. We've got our Mobius and I never use the word donut, so I don't like donuts in my classes. We say torus, and there you go.
Cool.
You got yourself a Mobius torus. Now, when I was playing around with this stuff, I thought, whoa, that's cool. Okay, I did it. I actually did a Mobius torus using modifiers. But then I said, but what if I want to animate that? What if I want to animate this so that these shapes are moving in a circular fashion around the orientation of this curved shape? I thought, okay, well, how the hell do I do that? All right, so there's nothing in here to animate, because if you try to animate anything in object mode, everything animates as one whole piece. And what I needed to animate was the interior of this shape, which is the vertices. I want to animate the vertices and not the entire shape. So I sat back thinking about it, and I'm thinking, okay, if I go into edit mode, which I will do now, I thought, okay, well, there's my shape, right? So if I go to face editing view and hit the A key to select all, and I thought, well, what would happen if I take this shape, hit the circular button, and twirl it? And I thought, holy crap, there it is. That's what I want. The problem is that I understood that Blender doesn't animate vertices in edit mode. Animates everything in object mode. Well, that obviously isn't totally true. We can animate vertices in edit mode, but we need vertex groups to do so. All right, so let's go play with that thought. So let's select all. So I'm gonna hit the face editing mode, hit the A key to select all. So I'm thinking, all right, so I need to animate the vertex group. Well, what is the best way to animate vertex groups in Blender? Well, it's going to be utilizing hooks. And all a hook is an empty that's parented, or a vertex group that's parented to an empty. So I figured, okay, let's give this a vertex group. So I came down here, went to the green triangle on the vertical right side menus, select it, and then with that group, I'm gonna come over here to the vertex group and make it a brand new vertex group. So hit the plus symbol, and I'm gonna rename that group. Let's call it Mobius. Okay, so there we go. To give it the proper, to assign the Mobius group to these vertices, you have to hit the assign button. Right below the Mobius, we got the assign, click it, it's done. If I deselect it, right inside, go to the deselect button, it deselects it. If I hit select again, it selects it. That tells me that it's connected. All right, so Kevin, by the way, just put up the link to the differential growth, which is on GitHub. Now, Kevin, is that a free plugin or is it paid?
It's a freebie.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to check that one out. Okay, so where was I? All right, so I've got the vertices assigned, and what I need to do is connect it to an empty And that empty is the thing that's going to control the vertices. The shortcut is Control H, right? Control H. Let me make sure I'm in Blender. Control H, you get a menu. And I want to select Hook to New Object. I'm hearing mice clicking in the background.
Oh, that might be me. Let me.
Yeah, I'll mute you. Yeah, there you go. Cool. All right, so there we go. So there we go. So now I hooked a new object. Now take note of something. If you look in your outliner, you got a new empty right there. That's your hook. Matter of fact, we'll double click it. We'll call it empty dot hook. Get rid of the whole thing. So empty dot hook. All right, that'll work. I'm gonna spell it right. There we go. I'm curious. Anybody seen the previews to the new Frankenstein movie by Guillermo del Toro? It looks really interesting.
Yeah, I do want to see that.
Yeah. It's going to do something different. I like his approach to it because one of the explanations about the monster that he creates is that he didn't want to look like it was a being that was sutured up together. So in other words, normally in the previous Frankenstein movies, you see body parts and flesh parts that has stitches on it.
Yeah.
He says these, and of course he found the body of someone that he used to put the brain in. He says in this Frankenstein movie, Dr. Frankenstein uses like a giant pit of dead soldiers and takes body parts from a whole lot of different soldiers and devises means where the body parts are grown together and not stitched together. So it's a different type of monster. I think it's going to be an interesting look. You got a lot of noise in the background there. What are you doing?
I was drinking something.
Guys, just stop throwing stuff around. So I'm interested to see what he does, and supposedly this is his childhood dream, was to do a Frankenstein movie.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping this is really going to be well done. Okay, so let's go back to work. So we've got our empty.
Steve, can you make that overlay? There's a graphic overlay, the lower third. Can you make that thing go away? It's blocking a lot of what.
I am sorry.
Thanks. Thank you.
I can. Cool. All right, so there it is. I'm in edit mode. Let's get out of here. Let's go over here to object mode. Okay, there's my Mobius torus. And at this point, I think we're going to kind of be ready to animate it. So if we come down here, if I select the hook here and jump to it, you see the hook is way up here. If I go and target the hook now and rotate it, nothing happens. Control Z. There's a reason why. Okay, so if I go to the Mobius torus go to the modifier. All right, we've got a hook modifier. And pull this on over. Hook empty. That's your hook, or that's your empty. There's my object, and then we need to find out the vertex group we connected it to. If I drop it, if I click here, Blender automatically sees the Mobius group. The Mobius, I say, the vertex group that we called Mobius. If I select it, you'd think that I should be able to grab that empty now, and nothing's happening still. There's a reason why. Because we've done everything right. Right? If we go back to the Mobius, we've done everything right. We got the empty hook selected. That is parented, the Mobius vertex group is parented to the empty. The problem is that the location or the order of the layer stack. Take the layer stack and drag it on top. Okay. Now we go to the empty hook and we rotate it. Look at what we've got. We're animating the vertices. The vertices are a vertex group. So we're animating basically inside of edit mode in Blender, of the Blender object. Okay, so from here, let's do more. I want this to continually animate. So on the right-hand side, this is my render option here. I'm going to go right below it to the output. And output, the frame rate, I want 30 frames a second. And from here, kind of get a little closer. I'm going to go to my timeline. So I'm going to my layout and timeline. Now I've noticed something. I have a timeline. This is version 5.0. I played around with a previous version of 5.0 yesterday. In yesterday's version, if I go over here to the top left-hand corner, you'll see the timeline is selected. In yesterday's version, Blender Foundation took away the timeline. They were going to eliminate the timeline so that everybody can just focus on the dope sheet. Today, I downloaded this 5.0 and the timeline has been put back in. So the users must have screamed and told them, don't do that. I'm assuming. Don't know if it's true, but I'm assuming. And so the timeline is back in again. So I just kind of noticed that.
I kind of wish that they would put the play buttons on every one of those menus that popped up. If you've got if you can scrub through time, I wish they would have the play buttons, but they're not available on all of the, if you switch to a dope sheet, the play buttons go away,
Right.
So that, I don't know, it's just a little beef with me.
Yeah.
Like in LightWave, the play buttons are always there, no matter what you're in.
That's true. So, all right, let's go play. So what I want to do is I want to animate this. So with this selected, I'm going to go select the empty hook. Hit the N key for my numerics panel.
Got to run, guys.
All right, buddy. All right, thanks for joining us.
Yep.
All right, take care.
Yep.
All right,
Take
see you
care,
later.
guys. See ya.
So I will remove Tim Parsons from the stage. He should automatically disappear. There we go. Just automatically disappeared. All right, so let's go animate this. I want this to animate forever. I want it to keep animating forever and ever and ever and ever. So I don't have to go think about it ever again. So remember, all this is being done from the hook. So the hook is selected. If I pull this back a little bit, hit the N key, your hook is right up here. If I go to the rotation option, your hook is actually selected right there. Now we're going to rotate it. So hit the N key for the numerics panel. Go to the very top, and we're going to go over here to the item view. We're going to go to the rotation option for the Z-axis. And we're going to type in a script. I'm just going to mute Kevin here temporarily so that we're not hearing the mice clicking in the background. But if you talk, Kevin, just unmute and.
Yeah, I have a variation of what you're going to do right now in order to get something to just go forever like that.
Cool. I love to see it when we're done.
It's just something I can tell you when, it's.
Or we can share after break.
Or when you're done, I can just show you really quickly on your project that you have open.
All right, so from here, there we go. So rotation. So I'll rotate on the Z-axis. Select it. Pound key frame. Hashtag frame. Divided by, I'm going to put in 30. So now, and I'm going to say my end frame is going to be 250. View menu, frame scene range. There we go. Now I'm going to play it. Nothing is happening. Interesting. This does this from time to time. So if that does it, I'm going to go right click. I'm going to go delete that driver. The hook is selected. If I rotate the hook, see, it works. Okay, I know it works. All right, now we're going to go do this again. Hook is selected. Item, rotation, pound, frame. Actually, let me take off the caps. I don't think the caps matter, but just in case it does. Divided by 30. There, that worked. Space bar, and there she is. Forever and ever and ever and ever. It'll keep going.
Cool.
Cool. Okay, we're not done.
You want to know another quick version of what you just did?
No, let me finish mine first, so you can show us yours.
I don't have anything. I was going to do it to yours. You've already got this going.
No, I want to get it going. Let me finish mine first, then you can interject.
Okay.
I'm on a roll. Like a little brother. Let me do it. Let me do it.
No, I don't want to do it.
Gonna watch me do it. All right, so let's see. All right, so there we go. Now we're gonna add some variations to this. So now let's do this. Let's add a modifier to this. So select the Mobius. I won't call it a donut because I don't do donuts in my class. Just saying. So add menu, generate subdivision services. Smooths it out. Then I'm going to add another subdivision of two subdivisions. Then I'm going to add 3 subdivisions there. And I get this nice, smooth, milky smooth effect going on here. And it's a true Mobius donut. All right, now let's add even more effects to this. I want to add a displacement on top of this now. So add a modifier, deform. I want to add a deformer and add a displacement. Well, the displacement we're using is just a standard. I think it's using medium gray, so that's why you're getting a thicker looking effect. But I want to add something that's going to actually change up the overall texture everywhere. So to accomplish this in a displacement, I need to add a new texture. So come down here at the bottom, the red and gray checkered flag, select it. Yep. And go to new. Clouds. Cool. All right. So kind of getting close to it. So our clouds are really kind of funky looking, so to speak. That's a technical term, funky. I want to modify this. So we can go down to the textures, go to the sizing, bring it on up to 2. And I'm liking this much better. Okay. So what we'll do when we come back from break, because we'll take a little break now because I've got to end the broadcast. It's a little bit early for the opening coming up. Add 1. Say thank God it's near where I live, so I can get to it quicker. Most openings I go to are like 30 minutes to an hour away. I'm going to save this, Control-Shift-S. And I'm going to call this one Mobius Taurus. Okay. Save it. There we go. All right. So let's do this. Let's do a 15-minute break. We'll come back, and Kevin's gonna show me what he wanted to show me, and see what other cool stuff we can do to this. Go to Amazon. I'm going to bring up the 15-minute timer. There we go. I find one that I use on a regular basis. Some of these are kind of odd. Let's give that one a try. No, there we go. 15 minutes. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll turn off the music. And we're back in 15. It's about that time. And I've got my smoothie. Delicious. And I'm happy. All right. Let's close this out. Let's go to work. Let's go to full screen. So, Kevin, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Cool. Okay. So, Kevin wanted to share something. I guess you want to add on to this?
Well, it's just one tiny change. That it's an option for spinning something forever or moving something forever, like you're doing. Because I've done the driver also thing, but if I tend to like working in the graph editor for things.
Okay.
But if you want, I could just show you on your thing real quick, or I could do it real quick.
I'll go for it. Want to do it? I'll let you share your screen. It'll be easier.
Okay.
All right. Hold on a second. I'll stop sharing mine. Share your screen. That'll be kind of cool. All right. We'll remove that. Let's add you. There you go. You're live.
All right. So just imagine on Steve's thing, he was spinning a null object to twist his thing forever. And yes, you could do that with the, what was your Z rotation or Y? I forget it was, but
Yeah, that was a Z.
Yeah, you could either add a driver and do it that way, or I tend to like working in the graph editor for things that involve my motion as much as I can. So in this instance, I'm going to do kind of what Steve was just doing. So I'm just going to hit I to insert a rotation keyframe because you just need one keyframe. So if I jump over to the graph editor here, and I twirl open my X, Y, and Z axes here, I'm going to spin this guy on the Y rotation. So,
all right.
Let me just open this up here. On the modifiers, there's one called a generator.
Yep.
And if you just 0.05, I'll put in, and the thing just goes forever.
Oh, that's cool. Let's see.
Or 0.1 or 1. I kind of like this because it's quicker to change than going into the edit menu for the driver, But anyway, it's just another option.
And that is a cool way to do it. I kind of like that. That's a great way to do it.
Now, one thing I thought you could do, but you can't. I thought I could keyframe this thing, so it could be going for a while and then change speed. But if I hit I over this,
right,
it won't. At the bottom, it says you can't animate that parameter. So,
right.
There are some other things in here. You can restrict the frame range. You can have it start and end, but in this case, it gets a little wonky because of how it's spinning. So let's say I wanted it to start at frame 0 and end at frame 50.
Right.
It's going to just pop back.
It's going to pop back, right.
Yeah, so, be nice if they could update this a little bit to have something keyframeable, but I just thought I would show that aspect of it, just.
Oh, I love that. Now that's a great idea. That's a real good idea.
Because it's kind of like in rigid bodies, if you told an object to be rigid body, there's a rigid body constraint called I think it's a generator or a motor. It's the same thing. It just makes something go forever. You just set the speed and it goes.
So in generator, okay. So how are you setting the speed here?
Here it's this X, this setting here.
That setting there, got it.
Yeah. So if I hit 0.2, it'll spin faster. 0.4, really fast. 0.0.
That's a good idea. I like that approach to it as opposed to the drivers.
Yeah, like I said,
the drivers are a lot more flexible. You can actually, start and stop it and all that stuff. So
yeah, and if I knew more math, you could enter that stuff into the driver. But I'm a non-mathy guy, so.
Yeah, exactly. That's a great. I love it.
Yeah, so I just like sliders that let me do what I want.
Kind of just do it. Just do it now.
So anyway, that's all I wanted to show.
All right. Hey, thanks, man. That's great.
Yeah.
I love it. All right. Let me go back and let's see what happened here. Let me go back there and share my screen again. Cool. All right. So let's do some texturing. We're modifying the shape. And by the way, for those who do 3D printing, that will 3D print exactly like that. It'll 3D print. So I'm going to mess around with the surfacing here real quick, which is kind of fun too. You can do a lot with that. So if I come back, we're going to go to Z key, go to my render view. I have no light in the scene. I'm going to put a light in the scene. My 3D cursor is at world orientation, which is where it should be. Shift A, and let's go ahead and give it a light. And I'm going to give it a point light, like so. I'm not seeing much. There's something going on. We can see just in the little corner there where it's kind of a little bit of a gap. We see a little bit of a light. But the reason why we're not seeing it through the object is because we need to modify the surface of the object. So if I select the object itself and come down here to my surface texturing, the materials, you'll notice that I have no material. So we're going to add one in there. Let's go to new. And by default, we got Principal BSDF. What we're going to do instead, so we're going to place in there, I'm going to click on the word Principal, and that's going to take me to a menu with other shaders that I can use. And I want the glass BSDF. Okay, and select it, and there it is. Now it's starting to glow. It's starting to glow a little bit. If I want to increase the light source, so go to my point light and come down to exposure and increase exposure, you can see what's going on. Or we can take the light source and pull it on outside, so it's kind of dead center of the torus, and increase my exposure that way too. I might push it just behind it a little bit, because your best results is when the light is shining from behind your object. And I can always increase the intensity if I need to. If I play it, all right, getting interesting look effects. All right, I'm going to stop the play. Let's go play around with the surfacing some more. Instead of the timeline here, I'm going to drop it down, and I'm going to go over to my shader. So what I like to do, I know something I would really like to do with our Blender group, and we tried this a number of years back, but not successfully. And I'm glad Kevin is here with us too, because his skill sets are going to will be invaluable for this project. Is I would love for our Blender 3D user group to create a short film that we can enter into film festivals. And it will be due to the efforts of a variety of members, whoever wants to get involved in the project. Because we'll obviously need modelers and texturers and animators, and it'll be great just to get a whole bunch of the users involved, set up some deadlines to complete a project and create a nice 3D short film that we can enter into, even the San Diego Comic-Con Film Festival. We've got some of the traditional film festivals out there for both short films and others. That would be, that's kind of one of my bucket list things to do with the group. And I think I might like to get that started for next year, or get it started now and get rocking and rolling for next year gig. All right, so let's go back to our tutorial here. I'm going to hit the period key down here to zoom that to view, hit the end key to make the panel go away. And I'm going to add some extra effects to this. One of the effects I'm going to add to this is going to be another shader. In addition to the glass shader, I'm going to pull, see, the glass shader has a roughness to it, right? Which is why it's frosted. So if I come here, again, getting a little closer, and take the roughness down, you're getting water and much better clarity. If I take it all the way down to 0, and a little bit of roughness, and I'm going to add another shader called translucent. So Shift A, search, translucent is there. I'm going to drop it right below it. Let's make this color. So if I hit Control and Shift and click on this here, I can just view the effects of this shader. So if I select a different color, maybe more of a light blue, and if I shift click on the translucent there, and let's see if we give it something like a yellow. Okay, we'll do that. All right. And I'm going to mix these two shaders together. If I hit the Shift A, hit the MIX for mix, I should see the mix shader right there. Drop it. I'm going to drop it right in here. I'm going to plug this translucent to the bottom socket. And then I'm going to use the glass and plug it into the top socket. There. And you're seeing the best of both worlds there. So we got some translucency going on, and we've got some of the clarity. So if you take a look at this mix shader, which is kind of nice, it's doing 50-50. That's what the 0.5 is, 50-50. If I go all the way to the right, that's all translucent. If I go all the way to the left, that's all the glass shader. So I'm adding a combination of the two in there. And of course, if you're working on your own projects, you can kind of play around with this. I'm going to click and release on the control shift click on that one. Now, remember, you can do multiple colors. So if I come VSDF right about here, and I want to do multiple colors. So color ramp. So Shift A, I'm going to play around with, I'm just going to experiment here. So color ramp. There. Drop it in like so. Let's put in some colors in here. So hit the plus and another plus, and another plus. I'm just going to spread them out on the timeline accordingly. I'll start with the second one here. Just kind of click on the color swatch for it. I'm going to go to a pure color and say something like red. Grab this one. Now, for this to work, I got to plug it into color. So color to color for the glass. See, it's got black in there, so it's going black. I'm going to change that color. Let's change it from black, I don't know, to blue. Okay, we'll go like the blue. Let's see how this works out. Come over. Let's go grab this node. Let's give it green. There we go. Now we got some green coming in through there. Here, maybe some magenta. Bring this around and see what we're getting. It's more green. Go to more magenta. And then this one here, I think I'll go blue. And the green is really dominating. So let's pull the red on over. Restrict the green a little bit. I'm going to switch to two. You just got to play around with this. That green is really dominating. I'm going to pull that green out. So select the green, hit the minus. Yeah, now we got the magenta in here. So let's go change this one to yellow. There we go. It's getting more of an orangish color. Well, just kind of play around with it. I can compress the colors. I can bring the blue over more like this. Bring this cyan over more like this. Adjust the position of these colors to see which one dominates the most. Just playing around, experimenting. Let's see what it looks like if we plug this same one into the translucent. So put it into color. Control Shift click on here, and you get to see that. Who knows? Let's play with this one. Let's hit Control Shift D to duplicate it here, and let's plug this one into here and give it something different. So maybe I'll get rid of the red. I got that yellow and just that translucency, got that blue. All right, I don't know. I'm just kind of playing around, right? So do the mixed color. There we go. Now we're getting various combinations of the two. I don't know if I like it that much, but I'm just kind of playing around with this. So we play it. Who knows? Or if we don't like it, we can always just disconnect it and let it go. It's natural pure colors, which is white. You got translucent, which is yellow here. You can always go back to white. It's probably a little better than white. Okay, we'll go with this. I'll tell you what we'll do is we'll reflect some HDR textures from around it. All right, I'm gonna go get an HDR image. I'm gonna get out of this object mode, go to the world node, pull it on down. There's my background. Control T for Node Wrangler. Which is going to allow me to use an HDRI environment. Hit the open key, and I have one right in here. I downloaded one, and let's double click on that, and there we go. Pull this on down so we can see this more accurately. I might want a little more glossiness to this. So we'll come over to here, go back to my object mode. Okay, so I've got a lot of roughness. Well, we got the translucency here, but I'm going to take the roughness down here on the glass. Okay, so it's getting close. Pull it down and see what it looks like. There we go. The roughness is a form of translucency, really. You got a little bit of glossiness along with that translucency all blended together. So again, you can play around with this one. I could have done it this way as well. So I'll pull it more to translucency or more toward there. Do it that way. So instead of 0.5, go to something like 0.3 in terms of the shader mixer. Isn't that cool? All right, so we got lots of time left here. And I've got a lot of little things I think you'll really enjoy. And Kevin will be here to keep me honest. I'm going to play
Not
it.
sure about that.
That's right. You can depend on Kevin. Well, it's not that exciting because let me turn off the light source, the point light, okay? Okay. Let's turn on the point light. Let's put the point light inside it. G for move, X for the axis. Put it inside it. Yeah, I think having it inside is more exciting. And I guess I didn't really need to change the color of the water because I can always change the color of the lighting. And it's not inside it. I got to go get this. Just stop it. There we go. Get it inside it. We can change the color of the lights. Get it inside it. Yeah. Do more. Shift D. There. Put it inside it. Let's do these two for now. Okay, let's go and let's see what we can do in terms of colors here. Let's change the color, say this one to more of a cyanish bluish. Let me go to my timeline. So right down here, timeline. All right, so I'm gonna go cyanish bluish. I'm gonna give it a I key for, let's see, did it do it there? Yeah, it did. I didn't do this. I don't think I have the right thing selected here. Let me go back and undo that. I want to hover over here with the color. And I key, there we go. So we got a dot at the color. Okay, that's bluish. We come here. And let's see, let's play with this one. Let's just go all the way to the end here. Select green. Yeah, something like this. Keep it over the color. Hit the eye. There we go. So we're alternating color from animating the color. Okay, let's do the same for the other. So I'll go grab the other point light. Okay, and we will add a color there. So I want to change a different color. Let's go to red here, like so. Okay. Hit the eye again. Make sure it's set. Now go over to the last keyframe, just to kind of make this simple. And we'll stop at, the original was green. We'll go to blue here. Okay. And I key there. Okay. Okay, so let's see what it does. We want to kind of pull it back. Z key, yep, we're in render mode. I'm gonna go over here to my sampling, denoise, that's good. Max sample, since I'm just a tutorial, we'll go 20. Just kind of keep the memory consumption low. You know, I'm probably gonna want to, let's parent those lights. So point light there, shift select on the is that the cylinder? Yeah. There, Command P, keep transform. Same thing here. Now another way I can parent this is hold the shift key and drag it on top of the cylinder, and that's another way of parenting it. So now if I move that cylinder, something else, I want to make sure the hook is also parented to it. So select that, select the cylinder. Again, I can just hold the shift key, drag it in there, and that should, everything should be stuck, yeah, to the cylinder. And I'm just playing, right? I'm just, we play it, right? And you can see the color changes over time. Just goofing around. So we can play with transparency on this too. Now, again, I'm just letting my imagination roll here. So if I stop this and I go over to my shader editor, okay, we got a mixer, then we got another mixer. We got a mixer here. Mixer. Well, I'm just trying to figure out how to do some transparency effects. Almost want to have a BSDF, but I think I can connect maybe another mixer shader and then bring in the transparency. No, here, silly. Okay, Shift A, search, color ramp. Well, not color ramp just yet. Not just yet. What we're going to do is we're going to go to Shift A, go to my search, and we're going to go to, what is it? It's noise texture here. Let's put it up here. The noise texture, I'm going to go color to the factor. Let me see if this does it. I'm not sure if this is going to work. I'm going to come over here, give myself a color ramp, which is black and white, which is what I want. And let's see, I guess with the texture here, color ramp should go right here. There. All right, so that's control. Let me see what this does. Yeah, now we can kind of control the distance of intensity of the light. All right. See what's happening here. I can start controlling the actual texture on it. And if I play around with the texture itself, now check this out. I'm gonna go to 4D. Why? Because I can animate that. I'm gonna go to the scale and play with this. See what's happening. It's changing the whole nature of the piece. It's kind of fun. Let's see, if I take, let's say details, less details, more details, it's giving it more of an edgy look. Roughness, and add more. Just go to something you like laconarity. It's like little tiny details. See how it's adding these little tiny little extra noise details in here. So it's starting to look like marbles, right? You know, the marbles we have like all the colors on the inside of the marbles. Just from just playing around. Distortion I love because distortion will change it completely to something different. And if I play it, what does it look like? Really fun stuff. Okay. And then I'm going to have to play around with some of the color glows in here too. So I think I can do that directly on the surface as opposed to putting lights inside. But lights inside always adds a nice little extra look too. All right, so I'm going to save this one. And I'm going to show you something else. We've got time. So we got about 45 minutes. So this next one I think you're going to love. Very different, using a similar concept, but getting a different result. And again, I was just sitting down playing around with different primitives in Blender and seeing just where I can take it. All right, so that one's done. I'm going to go to File menu, go to General. I accidentally hit the 2D. That's not what I want right now. I want the new General. And we're going to do something really fun. Now check this out. We're going to do something similar. Shift A, mesh, a torus object, but twisted torus. And if you come in here, go to edit mode, you will see this does the same thing that I just showed you, but it does it for you automatically. The issue here is that it won't animate like we did because we're animating a cylinder along a single axis where this is already curved and set in stone. Okay. Now let me go back. I'm going to go back out of this mode. And I'm going to delete this because it's not what I want. I want a torus, but not that type of torus. We're going to do something different. So we're going to go to Shift A, go to my mesh, go to my torus objects, twisted torus, but I want to come down here. I want to play around with the segments. Okay. I got the radius major, which is the outside. I believe it's what I want. Then I want the radius minor. And that's segments. Silly me. Oops. All right. I didn't mean to do that either. We'll do it again. So Shift A. Go back to torus objects, twisted torus. All right. And I want, this is segments. I don't want segments. I want the major minor right here. So here's the minor. Push it back up. That's what I want. I want the minor like this. All right. Now think what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce the amount of segments. So I got 48. Let's go to 12. Okay. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Okay, we got 12. Let's see. I want to go to segments. So let's see if I go to, let's pull this up. This is 12. So let me stay to 12 real quick for now. And let's go over here to the minor. There, that's what I want. I want the minor to be smoother, like this. Okay. That's cool. Okay, so I guess this could be 3D print this out into type of a lampshade, huh? All right, I'm done. I'm going to click this one here. I'm done with that. Now this is what I want to do. I want to go into edit mode. So tab key, edit mode. There are my objects. Okay. I'm going to go to my edge editing mode, select all of my edges that are going like this. Let's go to the top. It may be easier to do it this way. Grab that one, grab that one, that one, that one. There. Okay, got all my edges chosen. So remember, this is a Mobius. So Mobius torus that Blender has already created for us. Now hit the P key to take those edges out of there completely. P key for edges out of there. Go to selection. Done. Object. Let's turn off the big object, and there are my cool little guys right here. I should have probably did less than 12, you know? I want to do 8. All right, this is too many. I want to do 8. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be anal about it. Sorry, I'm gonna be anal about it. I'll go back. It should give me back my torus that I originally asked for. If I go to mesh, go to torus. If I go back to my twisted torus, it should give me the same thing there. Okay. And the only thing I want is I don't want 12, I want 8 there, like this. There we go. That's going to make life a lot easier. Now I'm ready to go. So tab, edit, go back, grab that, grab that, grab that, and take that, and take that. Oops, don't want that. I want that and that. Okay, P key, selection, done. Go to object mode. Turn off my original twisted. I think it's that one there. And that's what I want. Oh, something happened. Oh, I just got a little extra on there that shouldn't be there. I got to go in and edit it. So I got to take it out. So let me, real quick, edit mode, edge editing mode. Let's see if I can double click on it and just select that one. Nope, it's got to select the whole thing. Fine. So I have to get in close. Grab the one that's connected like this. Oh, I did the whole thing. Cool. And then edges, done. Let's go inspect it again. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, we're missing one. All right, something happened, so I got to go back. Let me see what happened. I am missing 3, 6, we're missing 1. So let me delete that one. Let's go back to my object. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, okay, so I just missed one, my fault. Go inside, edit menu. Let's do it again. Easy to miss with all these patterns in your face. P key. Let's make sure that I don't have anything accidentally selected like I did last time. That looks good. Okay. P key. Separate the selection. Object mode. There she is. This is exactly what I want. Cool. All right, we got it. Okay. What we're going to do next is we're going to separate these out. So go back into the object for this. Select it. Edit mode. Hit the A key. And I want to P key again. But this time, separate it out in loose parts. There. What that does is I'm going to put these all in the group right now. So M key. And I'm going to call this one separate edges. So new collection. Separate edges. Click create. Okay. And each one is its own separate edge. But you all can see. All right. Now, here's the fun part. It's going to get really interesting. It's going to something in Blender most people don't know about. I'm going to select this one. Right click. Convert to curve. Now I've tried selecting them all to convert to curve. Let's see. I'll do this one. Convert to curve here. So I'm going to grab, now you notice the curve symbols are now. I'm going to select them all at one time and see if it'll do them all at once. So convert to curve. It did it. Perfect. Okay, all done. All right, we got a curve. So that means this next step I believe Blender only does it one at a time. So if I select, let's go to this one up here at the top, right? Come down here to my curves data. That's your 2 dots with the curves in there. And come down to geometry. The bevel option is round. When I pull it, I've got this little effect right about there. Okay, so before I do anything, I want to make that thinner. So make it a little thinner like this. All right, now I don't think it's going to do all of them at one time. So I've tried it. So I'm going to select them all at one time. And let's see if we go down here to round. And yeah, it doesn't do them all at one time. So let's see, will it actually transfer the data? It might. Let's try this. Let me do a test real quick. Select this one here, shift select this one, Control L for linked. I think it will be object data or linked instant collections, copy modifier. It's not a modifier, so it will be object data, I think. Let me see if this works. Nope. Forget it. Let me try this one. Let's do it one more time. There. Control L, object data, link collections, link instance collection, copy modifier. It's not a modifier, so I'm thinking it's link animation data, link object data. No, not working. All right, we got to do them separately. So I'm going to select this one here. And remember that I'm going to copy this, Control C for the depth. Grab this one here, Control V. So they're all going to be the same. Okay, I'm going to go do the others real quick. Select it and just Control V. Select the next one. Go to my depth, Control V. If there's another way or a better way to do this, someone tell me. But I'm not seeing it. So go to my depth, Control V. Just 3 more to go. Control V. Go to the next one, almost last, go to my depth. And then the last one, I'm going to go to depth. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, there we go. All right, get out of X-ray mode. There are my rings. Okay. So we can do some pretty interesting stuff with these.
You know, it's weird, Steve. I just tried what you did the first time by shift selecting that last one and copying or linking, and it worked. I don't know why yours didn't work.
I don't know why mine didn't work. It should have. Okay.
The one with the stuff you want should be selected last, and that's what I did.
That's exactly what I did.
Yeah,
right.
I'm not sure why.
Oh. That's really odd. All right, I'm going to have to play with that a little bit more. All right, here we go. Now that I have my shapes, I'm going to duplicate this collection. So I'm going to need it later on. Okay. So right-click, duplicate collection, and that duplicated collection here, I'm going to just turn it off and and lock it so I don't accidentally move anything. And we're gonna do something really, really cool. So let's go to one. Let's go to my materials view. All right, and let's go give this a material. So we're going to do one, select that one there. Come down here, give this a surface, call it ring. We can give them all the same surface, basically. It doesn't really matter so much. Go ahead and give this kind of a reddish view. Select the ring, and I guess we don't have check something else here, but no, it's not going to be there. All right, now I'm going to come here and let's go to the metallic. Give me a little metallic, a little more roughness here. See what it does. Okay, all right, here we go. Now this is going to be fun. I don't think it matters where I put the object in this case. Or does it? I don't think it matters at all. So let's try this first one. I'm just going to put it offset somewhere. I'm going to come over here and let's apply this material to all the surfaces. So I'm going to hit A key to select them all. And then the last one, which is bright orange, is the one with the texture on it. I'm going to do the same thing I did last time. Control L and link materials. There. Okay, so they all got them. Okay, let's see. The material is applied. I'm going to save this one. I'll save it to there. And multi-ring tutorial. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a cube. I'm going to make it rectangular, similar to what we're seeing on the faceted sides here. So control, let's go to cube here. Okay. I'm going to go to S for scale, Z for the axis, bring it down like this. Okay. Scale again, X for the axis, bring it in something like this. Okay, and I'm going to give this a different color, so different surface. So click on a new surface. I'm going to call this one panel. Go to the color, we give it green just to differentiate it. I think, yeah, we'll leave the panel here. We'll give it a little bit of a bevel. So Control A, rotation of scale, apply it. Go to I just go to the top face here. Control B for bevel. Give it a little bit of bevel like that, and that works. Okay, get back out to object mode. Okay. Let's see. I want to. Oh, I wonder if it's even in here. It should be in here still. I'm hoping it's in here because I'm forgetting the name of the thing that I want to use. Tissue. There it is. All right. So the thing here is I'm going to do one object first. Okay. I'm going to do, we'll select it. We'll come up here and separate edges. Select the first one, which is right over here. I'm going to rotate that. I'm going to rotate this little thing on the x-axis first, so on y-axis. So RZ90 like that. Okay. So that's the one we want. So twisted number one. Try it this way first. All right. So select the panel, the cube. So I'm going to double click that one and call this one panel. And then I'm going to hit control click on the torus. So the torus is the highlighted orange active object. I'm going to go to tissue. And I'm going to hit tessellate. Let me hit OK and hope this works. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Huh. I don't know. What happened? Okay. Maybe I need to do this. And it shouldn't be parented. I don't think it needs to be parented. Let me do the panel again. Here. I don't think it needs to be parented. I'll tell you what, I'll do it just to be safe. Okay, that's there. Tessellate. Keep quads relative. It's not working, guys. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I really wanted to show you guys this. Okay, I don't know what's going on with this. Tissue. All right, let me try it on a simpler object. I'll show you what I'm trying to do. Let me just save this. Let's go to, you know what? I'm in version 5, right? Maybe there's a bug in there. Let me go to 4.5. Let's see what happens. Let me just do that. That might be wiser. So let's go back. Then 5 is in beta. I'm going to assume I've done this in 4.5 and it worked. So let's go to Blender, go to 4.5. .5 will accept 5.0 files. At least that's what they said online. Give it a minute to come up. This is 5.53 LTS. Cool. Open. Recent. I have one that I did in 4.5 already, but I want to do this from scratch. So let me go and open it. Actually, no, let's just go open that. Let me go back and find the lessons folder, presentations. There, and I believe multi-ring tutorial. Okay, let's see if this works. There's my tessellate panel. Grab okay, see the separate edges here. Oh, wait a minute. Well, no. Oh, guys. Okay. All right. I know what happened. I know what happened. All right. Bear with me. Steven's not paying attention today. I know exactly what happened. Let me go back to 5.0 because I just figured out what I did wrong. And it's actually very silly. Steve wasn't paying attention. Open up the blender. There he goes, coming up. Let's get it back up. I wasn't paying attention. Must be getting tired. All right. You guys probably figured it out already. So
You
recent.
selected your element object last, right?
No, yeah, I did. That's not the reason.
Okay.
What is this here? What is that?
Curve.
That's right. Can't be a curve. It's got to be geometry.
Yeah. Gotta
That's what it is.
that sucker.
Convert it, buddy. Convert to mesh. That's the problem. Let's see if I can do them all at one time. Let's go do the rest. Right click, convert to mesh. Yep, they're all done. Okay. All right, now we're going to do it. Select. Where's my panel? Where did it go? So it should be. Okay, where are you up here? Looking for the panel. There it is. Where is that over here? Period. Oh, I parented to it. That's right. I don't think I need to parent it to it. So I'm going to unparent that. So shift, drag it out, put it into the separate edges folder. There. Okay. Let's just grab that. Come on, Blender. Panel. And then that one. Oh, I got it backwards, silly me. Panel. Control click that one. Okay. Tessellate. Okay. Again?
It's you have to select your little panel last. That element gets selected last.
So the element gets like okay, all right. So we'll go here. All right, so we'll go to there. Tessellate, okay. No.
Works on mine.
It works. Yeah, I'm having problem. Okay, see, this is 5.0. So let me go. I'll tell you what. Maybe I was right the first time. Just go back and go back to the LTS. It's probably the beta. Because I've done this already on this, and it works perfectly fine in LTS version. Okay, let's go to open. Blender Brilliance, let's go get it. There it is. All right, now these are okay. I got to go switch all these here. Here. Actually, I want to make sure. Select them all, right click, convert to mesh. They are all mesh, except for that one there, evidently. Mesh, okay. So what that means is if I go in edit mode, I've got real geometry, and that's what I want. Object, go get my, all right, come on. Why is this thing giving me a hard time? And I think it's hidden in here somewhere. There we go. Let's go find it. It's right there. Pull this one out of there. Panel. There. Okay. Now, I seem to remember that it's the ring you select last. Now, I'm going to try it. And if it doesn't work, then I'll try it your way. So here and that one there. Tessellate, okay. It did it. I was right. It's the ring last. It did it. Okay, there it is. So the problem was that it's 5.0 in beta. And
Yeah.
there's the beta. So what it did is it selected every one of these panels. Let's see, where did it put the panel in here? That's the one panel. Let's see, where did it put the rest of the panels there? So all right, so here, this is what we're going to do. I should be able to move this off without, sorry, the paneling off without having an effect. But I could be wrong. I'm going to try it. And I'm going to move it off like this. I'm going to just kind of take it to the side. Go to edit mode. Okay. Go to my top panel. Here. Let's make it kind of like a spike coming out of the middle. So do this. E like this. And then hit the S key, the scale, like that. Go back to object mode. Select my ring, my tessellation. That's it. There's my tessellation. See that there if I get in close. Tessellation. Here's the torus's rings 1 through 9. Tessellation's at the top. I turn that off and on, off and on. With that selected, I should be able to refresh. Oh, I didn't have it selected. I did it. Select it. Okay, refresh. There. You guys see what it did?
Yep.
It's added that shape or distorted that shape to match every surface polygon on the ring.
Yeah, it's kind of like instancing, but with deformation. It'll distort it along the shape of something.
And it's not kind of like, it is instancing with deformations.
Yeah.
It is literally what it is. So now I'll do the same thing. Now this guy does not have to be in the center like your standard instancing would. Standard instancing requires the instance object to be at the orientation of the object. This doesn't have to be. So if I go to the next one, number 2, so if I select that and then number 2, right, tessellate, okay, there. So this gives you a lot of very interesting shapes and textures that you can create here. And the beauty of it is, let's finish the rest of them. I've just got that one object. Select that one, and then select that one. Tessellate, okay. Select that, and then that. Tessellate, okay. Grab this, and then not that one, and that one. No, it's not grabbing. Come on, grab it. Grab that one. Grab it. All right, it's having a hard time selecting it. So let me just go get it this way. It is number, which one is this? Which one is that? Must be the very end. 8. It's number 8. Select the panel. Control number 8. Tessellate. Okay, there it is. We're almost there. Grab that panel. Let's see if I can grab one of these. There we go. Do that one. Tessellate. Okay. Grab the panel. Yeah, selecting in Blender has become a little bit difficult lately, which is annoying as hell. So let's see, where is this? This is number number 6, huh? Okay. Panel number 6. Tessellate. Okay. And if that's number 6, let's see. We got where's the rest of these? 2, 3, 4. I'm missing stuff here. There we go. That's number 4. Panel, control number 4. Tessellate and number 8. Okay, we got them. There they all are. N key, let's bring these on over in here. Tab key, render mode. It's kind of bizarre. Shift A, bring in the light source. Point light once again. Pull it on up like that. Light source, bring up the exposure. All right, here's where it gets fun. So I'm going to go back to that panel. So I'm in object mode. Go find the panel. Here, go in edit mode for the panel. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this tip a light source. So Control R. Control R. There. That worked. I think that'll work. Select that front tip, Control plus. Give that a brand new material. Hit the plus. New. Call it light tip. What color should we make this? Kind of a red or blue? We'll go blue. Okay. Assign there. Let's go over to object mode. In the materials, I want to go down to my emissions. I want it to be the same color as what I've chosen up here. So let my mouse hover over the color swatch for basic color. Control C, hover over emissions, Control V, and it takes on the same color. And then pop it open like that. Pop it up in intensity. And if that pops up in intensity, this should automatically light up. I'm trying to figure out why that's not happening.
You probably have to refresh each one of those rings.
You know what? I don't remember having to do that before. I remember automatically it did it. That's very interesting. So let me just go back and see if that's true. That it shouldn't be, because all I did was change the material. I didn't change the physical shape.
Well, you added a loop cut.
Yeah, I did. Added a cut. Yeah, I added a cut. So tessellate. Let's grab the ring. Let's grab one of those rings. And let's refresh. Yeah, you're right.
Would be nice to have a refresh for all kind of button.
Yeah, let's see if I go and select them all.
Well, you could just do one ring and do an array.
Oh, that's what. Let's see. Or can I do this? Can I go Control L? Yes, I can. I should be able to. Wait, Control L. Again, this is a plugin I'm using, right? So how does that show up here? Copy modifiers. Is it a modifier?
It's an object data thing, right? Or I don't know.
Yeah, there is an object data. So let's go there.
I'm not sure actually.
Click it. Nope, doesn't like it. Doesn't like it. All right, so it doesn't like it. So we got to go to each and every one of them, I guess. So.
Or like I was saying, just delete 7 of them and leave one and do an array on that one.
That's true. I could do that. That would be a lot easier.
Unless they had to do something specific, I guess.
Let's say refresh. There it is. Refresh. There it is. It's not that many. If it was a lot more than this, then yeah, array the damn thing. Refresh. 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 That's it. There we go. And I guess the last thing I might want to do on this one is add a little atmospheric haze. Go get a cube. Scale it up for the haze like that. Okay, and we have to, I'm going to go back over to the layout. We got to go to render view. And from here, let's move this back over here. Give it a shader. Click new. Delete it. And search for volume scatter. And connect volume scatter into the volume. There. Bring down the density to like 0.1. There. Got a little bit of atmospheric haze in there. Change the color of the atmospheric haze. Do something like that. Yeah, that's fine. All right. That's it. Isn't that fun?
Yeah, it's like an underwater bioluminescent fish thingy.
Yeah, definitely use it for that. That's great. And I'll have to set up a noise modifier to get the lights to kind of blink on and off a little bit. Fade in, fade out throughout the piece. Get a noise modifier for that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's for different tutorials. So now I've got to go prepare to go to my opening, my artist reception. But thank you so much for being here, Kevin and Tim, who was here earlier, and thank you everybody for being here. So as far as I'm aware of, we will have a meeting next Friday, next Saturday. Should be fine.
All right, cool.
And then a couple weeks after that, I'll be in Death Valley. So there'll be one Saturday we're going to miss.
Cool.
All right. Cool. So I'll be in contact with everybody. I'll send out, keep eyes on the email. I'm thinking about setting up an advanced modeling class. I've been getting a lot of requests for that. So I'll get that out to the mailing list as well. So okay, cool. So then we'll thank you again for being here, and I will see everybody next week. And thanks again for Kevin for sharing your wonderful insights.
Thank you, and good luck at your